Hi, I'm Phyllis. My website is southernfrugal.com. I wanted to come back and do a little video in front of the video that I'm loading to tell you I had a real struggle with the carrots that I put inside the filling for the pumpkin. And so down below I'm going to revise that recipe and give you a better way of cooking it all. Now, for some reason, the carrot never would get done. I mean, it never really got, it was about half tender, and everything else did, and I do not know why. But I think I have come up with a better way of cooking this. If you parboil for about 15 minutes, the celery, the apple, because it's a Granny Smith, a part of a Granny Smith apple, and the celery in about 2/3 of a cup of chicken broth. And now the chicken broth had some salt in it, so you want to put the salt to your taste. You just cook those things along with the rice for, I'd say, 15 minutes, and just while it's still hot even, go ahead and dump it in the pumpkin then. And be sure and measure the amount the cavity will hold in the pumpkin. Make sure you do that. And I think you'll be satisfied with it. It tastes really, really good, except those little carrots just super annoyed me. I don't know what was wrong with them. I think they are organic. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. But I've got another pumpkin over here, and I'm going to do some other kind of recipe in that, and it will not contain carrots, okay? So go ahead and watch the video. It's going to come on right after this. And bear in mind that I've altered the recipe and the cooking times and everything down below. This pumpkin is the pumpkin I used is a smooth skinned pumpkin just like this one. And it will easily cook in an hour at 375 degrees. So if you cook your rice and the carrot and the celery and the apple, and then just if you're going to add the dates, just put them in afterwards because they don't really need to cook. And go ahead and put it in your pumpkin, wrap it up the same way, and cook it for 1 hour at 375 degrees. Now, the pumpkin did not leak until I put it in for the second 30 minutes. Then it leaked some, and then when I put it in the microwave, it actually split. But I did cook it for 8 minutes. But hey, it was done, okay? The carrots still were not as soft as I wanted them. But you can do all kinds of things with this recipe. Put all kinds of things in there, that would make you happy, right? All right, y'all watch the video. It's coming up next. Hi, I'm Phyllis. My website is southernfrugal.com. Today we're going to make a meal in one of those small pumpkins that I got the other day. I washed the little face off of it, and we've already cleaned it out. Let me show you. And made a little hole, taking out the top. So I've looked at several sites where they stuff different things in the pumpkin, so I've got an idea, but I really wanted to do my own. So the first thing we're going to do with the pumpkin is paint in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, and I put like 2 dashes of cinnamon and 1 dash of nutmeg in there. And we're going to see if we can't paint that on the inside. And we'll get some all on the bottom. I do think the paintbrush works better, or the kitchen brush we'll call it, works better than trying to do it with your fingers. Just painting it all around in there. And this pumpkin is different than the last pie pumpkin I bought because it's got a smooth skin on the outside. Plus it was much easier to cut the hole in the top this time. Much easier than last time. So I've got that just smeared all around. Use up every bit of it. Yeah, now I've got my oven preheated to 375 degrees. And we're going to bake this probably for about an hour. All right, I think I got all that, enough of that out of there. All right, so we're just going to set this aside now, along with the lid, and we're going to get the filling ready. Now, I had frozen chicken that had already been cooked in the freezer, and this is actually chicken tenders that I fixed, I think, a week or two ago. So we're going to start out with that. Should be all thawed out by now, and that's 1 cup. Oh, I forgot to mention this. What I did after I cleaned the pumpkin out was to just put water in there all the way up to the top, and then pour it in a 2-cup measure to see how much it would hold, because this is even smaller, I think, than the last one I fixed. So this one will hold just a teeny bit over 2 cups. So I had a cup of chicken here, and I'm going to add to that, I've got chopped up 1 small, very small stalk of celery, 1 small carrot, and then this is half of a small apple chopped up, and that was Granny Smith. And I've got 2 dates that I just snipped up. So we're going to dump all that in. And the other thing I'm using is 1/3 cup of jasmine rice. Now, with the jasmine rice, it does tell you to rinse it because it has a lot of that white starchy stuff on it. So I've gone ahead and rinsed that. So that's 1/3 cup, and I'm using jasmine rice, but any rice would work. So we're just going to mix all this up now. Get all the chicken mixed in with the rice and the vegetables. Now the dates, of course you don't have to use dates. You can make up your own filling easily with whatever you like. Now I'm not going to put any more spices like garlic or onion powder or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it sort of, shall we say, pure, except for the little bit of cinnamon and the little bit of nutmeg that's painted on the inside of the pumpkin. All right, I've got big chunks, well, let's say bite-sized chunks of chicken in there. All right, I think we've got that mixed up well enough. Get that rice mixed up everywhere. All right, so now we're ready to stuff this little pumpkin. And I think this is enough for 2 people for sure. Get all the rice off there. Yeah, we didn't use but 1/3 of a cup of rice. So we're just going to spoon that in. Like that. Yeah, that Granny Smith apple, or the little part of it, it was a small apple too, by the way. It's going to give it just a little bit of a zing. I mean, you probably won't even really taste it, but it'll give it a little bit of a refreshing taste. Need to mash that down because I want to be sure and get all this in, because I know it will hold 2 cups. Just mashing it down in there. Now these vegetables, some of the moisture, of course, will cook out of them, and some will also cook out of the pumpkin. That's kind of a big piece there. Y'all couldn't see what I was doing quite exactly. Let me move y'all closer. There. All right. I want to be sure and get all this rice in there for sure. I'm going to get my spatula back and get all the rice, because we didn't use but 1/3 of a cup, so Definitely want it all in there. All right, now what I'm going to do is put in some chicken broth. See how much we can get in there, because I've mashed everything down. And this is my own chicken broth that I had frozen. And what we're going to do is use the back of the spoon, kind of get it down in there. Because that rice, of course, needs some liquid. Now let's get it down in there with a knife. There we go. There's this. I'm going to still try to get more in there. There we go. Yeah, it needs to get all the way down in there. All right, I think that's enough liquid. And plus, again, you're going to get liquid from the pumpkin itself and from the carrot, the apple, and the celery. There we go. All right, y'all, we're going to put this in the oven, but first we're going to need to wrap it up. And of course, I'm going to put the lid back on it, and again, I marked it with a pin so I'd know which place the thing went. Yeah, that's not going to fit on there completely. I'm going to cut some of this off. So that top of that lid isn't taking up space. A little more off of it on the edge there. All right, I think that's good enough right there. Find my little mark. There it is. Just like that. All right. We got it now. All right, y'all, we're going to put this on a, I did cover my pan with some aluminum foil since everybody that does these recommended that. Now, when I did the butternut squash and the other pumpkin, it certainly never came out the bottom, but I guess you never know. So, let's see if you can't go ahead and wrap this up. And somebody suggested also putting some parchment paper between the pumpkin and the aluminum foil, but I don't really think you need to do that because this skin is pretty tough. I don't think any kind of danger is going to come from the aluminum foil through that much of the skin on it. Alright, so I'm just going to pinch it over. I am using heavy duty foil. I'm just going to bend that bottom up. Do the same thing there, just seal that. I mean, there'll be enough spaces there where some of the steam is going to come out anyway. Obviously, this is not airtight. right, we're ready to put this in the oven. Again, we've got the oven on and heated up to 375 degrees, and we're going to cook this an hour, and hopefully that's enough. If it's not, we'll put it right back in the oven for a little while longer. All right, y'all, when this gets done, we'll be back. All right, y'all, I just took this out of the oven. I can hear it sizzling in the tin foil, so we're going to just check it and see if it's done. It's hot for sure. Oh, it smells very good. All right, I'm going to take that. Hold on, let me get something. Take that lid off now. Let me move y'all a little closer. There. I'm going to check it, y'all. Of course, the chicken was done when it went in there. Some of all of that. Back you up. All right, so it cooked exactly 1 hour at 375 degrees. So I want to make sure the rice is done, you know, plumped up, and the carrots and celery are done because the chicken was already cooked. Tastes very, very good. Those carrots aren't quite done yet. The pumpkin is done. Definitely done. The carrots are still a little bit crunchy. That celery is done. So let me try it. Another 30 minutes. All right, we'll be back. And we'll cover this back up, or maybe I'll leave it open. Yeah, I'll leave it open. We'll be back. All right, I took this out of the oven after another 30 minutes, and I should have cut my little carrots a little bit smaller, I think, because they still aren't done. The rice is done, and the celery's done, and the pumpkin's done, but those little carrots aren't quite there yet. So I'm taking this out, putting it in a glass plate, and it's going in the microwave. We'll be back when it's done. All right, I got it on the plate now, and see that juice that accumulated in that tin foil? I'm going to dump that back right in the top. It's a little tricky, by the way, picking it up, but yeah, dump all that juice in there as much as I could get. It's going in the microwave, and we'll just see how long it takes it to get done then. I'm going to do it, I will probably do it for 10 minutes on high because I'm tired of fooling with it. We'll be back. All right, y'all, here's the pumpkin. This is what happened to it in the microwave. It split. I have no idea why those carrots didn't cook. Everything else did. The rice is done, the celery's done, the apple's done, and those carrots. And I want to show you that. See how little that is? Look at that. All right, let me back it up here a minute. Hold on. All right, now I'm going to put this in my mouth and chew it up, okay? It's that little itty-bitty piece of carrot. It's still only about half done. It's still a little crunchy, but everything else cooked. So I'm thinking there's something wrong with that carrot, okay? Something wrong with it. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get our meal on the table, and we'll show you what this looks like. I'm just going to cut it right in two. And it's kind of like a whole meal in itself. I'm going to serve it with a salad. We'll be back and show you what it looks like on the plate. All right, y'all, here's the meal done at last. We're having a salad with some Harvard beets I fixed the other day on top of it instead of salad dressing. Of course, we've got our iced tea. And here is the stuffed pumpkin. Now, I don't know why, but those carrots are still not exactly soft. I mean, they're a little more done than they were, but that's a mystery to me. I've never had a carrot take that long to cook. The rice is perfectly cooked. The celery is perfectly cooked. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and have it. And I just gave us each a fourth because there's right much there. There's the other half. So this would easily serve 4 people. Easily, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm pretty well tired of all this. So I ended up cooking it for 1 hour at 375 degrees, then another 30 minutes, and of course the pumpkin was done within the first hour. So, and then I put it in the microwave on high for 8 minutes. So, shouldn't have to do that. So I think I've got some really tough carrots is what I think. Anyway, the pumpkin is really good. You can see how thick it is there. So anyway, we will see y'all next time. I think I'm going to try cooking something again, but this next time I'm going to par cook everything. Yeah, so, and I'm not going to use carrots. So we will see y'all next time. Bye for now.